Today we are back with our Studying the Pro series, but before you fast forward, just hear me out for a second because the gameplay that I chose 100% requires an explanation to you. Now today we're going to be breaking down gameplay from BearPig, who is easily one of the best Rebirth players out there, except this entire game, he's only using LMGs. No Blixen, no Marco, no Armaguerra, literally an LMG as his primary and his secondary. So how does BearPig go about using his aim, movement, positioning, game strategy, and anticipation, those 5 main things that we talk about, to get a 21 kill win in a good solos lobby while using non-meta weapons that shouldn't be competitive? Now right here is where we pick this up. He's got one enemy through the doorway. He's down to low plates. He has a Finn in hand with 10 bullets left, no reserve ammo. So let's go ahead and pick it up. He's gonna have to use his movement to get out of this situation. He's gonna drop down right here. He's lucky enough to pick up a little bit of ammo, so as soon as he's replated, he can go ahead and re-engage here. Now when we talk about those 5 main things, the main focus of today's video is going to be his positioning, game strategy, and anticipation. Anticipation with centering, being able to get the first shot. Positioning, he's going to play a little bit further away, but when he doesn't, he's going to use his minimap awareness to third-party situations, allow him to take the TTK out. I just gave you a lot, so we'll go ahead and review that again. But he's going to center. Now he's going to notice that people are shooting. 2 enemies in here. He's going to easily be able to third-party this, and he's able to get that clean kill. He's ready for that guy, and he third-parties that well. And what I mean by lowering that TTK is if somebody's already taken damage, obviously that's a much easier kill. He's going to take the TTK factor out of it a little bit. He picks up the Whitley, which is an LMG. Unfortunately, he lost his primary, which was the RPD. He's going to grab that a little bit later on. So now he notices that people are fighting over this way, right? So we use the minimap. Clearly, you hear people shooting. You should be checking the minimap, understanding where they are. Now, as he's pushing over real quick, by the way, if you are looking to get better Rebirth, just consider hitting that subscribe button down below. If you are subscribed already, as always, thank you so much for your continued support. You know, your feedback on how my videos help you get better definitely mean a lot to me, and I cannot thank you enough. You guys are the reason that I'm able to do this. Now he hears some people all around, so he's just clearing right here. Notice that he's just clearing, trying to figure out where people are. And what he's going to end up noticing, he's going to try it a little bit. He's going to try it for half the game. He's going to try to fight long range with this Finn. It's just not going to work. This isn't the build. This Finn is a little bit more mobile. It's a little bit more better ADS. You know, it's not competitive with the Blixen, the Marco, and the Armaguerra, but he's trying to at least make it as much of an SMG as possible. Now, right here, positioning, he's in a good spot. He's able to cleanly get that kill right there. He's able to hit shots with the Whitley, which, understand, when he's using an LMG, the primary doesn't matter as much, right? Like Whitley versus the dinner plate versus the Cooper carbine. Yes, there's a difference in TTK there, and there's trade-offs, but it's really your SMG, your secondary, that's going to give you the most amount of issues. 3 kills, still 30 other people, and like I said, he's going to finish with 21 right here. Finish with 21. He's going to push up. He hears glass right up this way, so he's going to go in and third-party this. He's going to be able to get in here. Notice the little bit of patience right here. Little bit of patience with the positioning, so he doesn't just push right in. Little bit of hesitation. Now he goes. He's able to cleanly get that kill by third-partying and shooting that guy in the back. And, you know, even when we talk about third-partying, that's a crucial part of any game mode. You know, solos, duos, trios, quads, you've got to have the minimap awareness to understand where people are so that you can third-party those situations. Now he's going to go ahead. He's going to challenge both enemies out of the sky right here. Our first enemy right here, he's able to hit shots with that Whitley. That Whitley is actually not bad. It's not a bad option. I think it's a pretty underrated gun. He's going to tag this guy up. Does he get the finish with the Finn? I'm not sure. I think he does. Yeah, there's the finish. 6 kills, 25 other people still alive, and he notices that some people flying in prison, some people over to his right at Nova 6, and he has loadout. So he's going to go ahead and push over towards loadout right here. He's going to go grab, like I said, the RPD. This guy's a free kill. Not our problem. There you go. For all the people that love that. Look, free kills are not our problem. Whether it's out of the sky or people that are AFK, we take those kills. Those kills count and can help you PR. It doesn't matter. He's going to grab this right here, and he's got to get out. Quick stim, and he's going to push up. Now, BearPig has really good movement, but one thing that I didn't notice about BearPig until watching his gameplay, he's a very smart player. He's very smart about his positioning and his game strategy. He also has incredible map knowledge from playing this game for so long. You're going to see some jump spots that you probably haven't seen before, or maybe you don't use them very often. That's a pretty obvious one right there. Now he's going to go ahead. He's going to take the free kill out of this guy. You can see the TTK right there. You can see how long it takes for this guy to actually die, simply because it does have a statistically lower TTK than some of the meta ARs right now. Now right here, he's just going to have to use movement. By the way, we talked about this in my movement video the other day. We talked about this in the Joe video. Watch the movement right here. Oh, I pulled it. Okay, let's speed this up and then we'll slow it down. Right here. So he's going to get caught. He notices notices this guy right behind. Watch the movement. Slide right, jump left, jump right again. So he's kind of playing that back and forth, making him a harder target to actually track. So when we pull this back right here, watch it happen in full speed. Watch how hard of a target he is to track because he's moving left and right. At the end of the day, if that guy doesn't track him, he's hitting shoulder shots, low damage areas. He's avoiding those high damage areas. And that's something that I think a lot of us need to work on, including myself. I watch these pro players, and a lot of times they are not taking a lot of damage simply because of their movement is allowing them to take less damage. It's not no damage, but it's less damage. This is a movement spot, right? Or this is just map knowledge that you can do that. I mean, I knew you could, but I never understood how easy it was to do. Third party situation. He's going to hip fire. He's going to get the thirst. Now, two guys were fighting, so he's going to go clear. Watch him clear this. Clear, 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 and he's ready for this guy. Notice the hip fire. No, you can see the TTK right there, right? That TTK is so long. Also, one other thing to highlight, you can literally hip fire any gun. SMG, LMG, you see it right here in this situation. You can hip fire anything in close quarters. Hip fire, and then he figures it out, and then he kind of readjusts right there. He takes a lot of damage because of that fin right there, and because he hits some low damage areas. If you were to slow this down, watch how he hip fires originally. I'm going to slow this down right about here. Now he's going to hip fire. Now watch how he hits low damage areas. See how he's struggling to track that chest? That's why he ends up not being able to get that kill as quickly towards the end. You see that initial break, and then that TTK gets extended simply because he's not able to hit those high damage areas. And like what I want to take away from this video is, of course, the non-meta component of this. But if you're doing that same thing with the Blixen, the same exact thing is going to happen. You're going to lose 50-50s to Blixens, to Marcos, to Armageddon because of that. So he's going to go ahead and keep clearing. Now, he doesn't really have a ton of information. You don't catch that, but he shut the door behind him. Why is that such an advantage? Somebody has two options to get through that door: to slow down and slow peek it, or they can burst through it, which makes a ton of noise. Either way gives, BearPig an advantage if somebody ends up pushing behind him. Maybe he's not aware of somebody. That's why he shuts doors behind him. He can, of course, use them to his advantage as well. He's very good at using them. Watch his patience here. Watch his patience. Watch his patience and his map knowledge. Notice where he goes. He's going to challenge. Nope, he's going to push around the other way, and then he ends up hearing one down below. This is where he starts to realize the fin's not that good, especially towards, those later shots. It becomes really tough to use. And why does he take so much damage? Because he missed his shots. He has a massive advantage right here, but he's not able to refocus on this guy to be able to get that kill, and now he takes a ton of damage. And this was a chow for him. This is something he does pretty regularly on his more BearPig channel, which is do these fun little challenges. He's done a lot of long-range SMGs. Once again, just 500 IQ play. He knows he doesn't have plates. He's challenging with a non-meta gun. He's not in a good position to win this gunfight because he can't really make up TTK because he's using a fin as an LMG. So he's going to go ahead and circle all the way over here. He's going to play positioning. He's going to switch to the Whitley in a second. Right here, he's like, this is not... Yeah. And he's just missing shots right there, which goes to show you what happens when you do miss shots. A lot of you are in this position. Take the fin out of this, okay? How many of you are in a situation like this with a normal AR, and maybe your shots aren't this bad, but maybe this guy gets away and now he snipes you right here, and you're like, why do I lose that gunfight? Because you miss shots. There's no reason that guy should have an opportunity to get behind cover right there simply because BearPig misses shots and is using a non-meta gun. But he is able to still clean that up because of his positioning. When we look at this, look how much of an advantage he has because of his positioning. This is what I want you to understand, is how these 5 things all play together. Yes, aim is the most important thing, but if you have good positioning, you can get away with missing shots. If you have good movement, you can get away with missing some shots. But the more we can tighten that up, the less advantage we're going to give our opponent. Somebody just came in here and subscribed. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Like I said, if you are looking to get better, just consider I do videos every single day. Now he's got one flying in. He's going to reload, and now this guy's flying in on him. He's going to try to land. Notice you can use that mini map to your advantage in solos. Watch his movement right here, by the way. He's going to keep clearing. He's going to keep pushing, trying to see what he can find. He tags to push this guy away, and he's just going to slide right behind. Now, that guy's just trying to literally beat him down with a pistol, but you see the movement right here to get away from the lunge. We always look... You can't tell me right here in this moment that you are outside of lunge distance if you don't slide cancel around this guy. We know you are. We know you're in lunge distance. It happens to all of us. So he slides, and this is something that's good for console players as well, opening up that FOV, right? Really opening it up so that FOV is not really as much of a factor. He's able to easily get that kill right there. 14 kills, 15 other people still alive. He's on a good game right here. He's got fire sale. He's going to reload. Actually, watch how he plays this. Really smart gameplay strategy-wise. Pops UAV, grabs another one, right? Good awareness of cash flow. It's a pretty obvious thing that we talk about all the time. We don't need to keep hammering it home. But what does he notice on the minimap? As he's reloading, he notices one on his level. So he's just going to play positioning. He's going to play smart. He's going to have trigger patience, wait for this guy. Boom. Now he pops when this guy literally has no other option. He can't do anything. He can't even get away because BearPig does hit shots with the RPD. RPD is an interesting option. Is it viable? I wouldn't say so. It's not a bad, it's a fun gun to use. I've used it before. He's going to go ahead and use the zip, get back in the action, really capitalize on the fact that he has the UAV, try to capitalize on the 30 seconds. And a lot of this is about the map awareness and the third partying, which, like I said, you can 100% do that with any gun in any game mode. You can pay attention to your third parties. Now, in trios and quads, be careful of mixing yourself up too much because you could be in a situation where you simply just get caught in the crossfire and then you go down when you maybe shouldn't have. So you got to be smart and play your positioning when you are. He's going to challenge right here. Now notice as he challenges, he's going to throw it. This guy pushes down below. Now notice there's two enemies right there, right? There's one down below. If you were to look at this mini map, there's one right here that's down below, and there's one that's on his level who just ran in. So as you're approaching this, you got to know this is a third party. You have to assume this is a third party situation, especially now that you really see it's only one guy. So you know he killed the other guy. He's going to quick check that. Can't see what he can find. Now he's going to go ahead and challenge. Watch the movement right here. I'm going to slow it down. And then, because I really want you to pay attention to kind of the anticipation, the movement, and how that plays in an advantage for him. And then we'll speed it back up. So he challenges. Boom. He anticipates, right? He slide cancels through here because he's anticipating this player based on the minimap and based on audio cues. So now he's broken the camera. Now he's using a non-meta weapon with the fin. He's hip firing. Boom. Right there. He's broken. He has the advantage right here simply because he used his movement, he used his anticipation. Now, the TTK is what basically allows him or makes him take so much damage. But when you speed this up and pull this back, you see how quick this actually happens and how he uses his movement so well. Boom, he's around. And that advantage right there of sliding around and breaking that camera, hip firing with the fin, and anticipating is what allows him to get that kill because he's able to get so much of an advantage. So when we talk about using that same thing with the Blixen, okay, you may have taken damage right there, but at the end of the day, you maybe only took a plate. Maybe you only took half a plate because that TTK is so much faster, and now you can immediately challenge that second enemy in duos. You can immediately challenge that second enemy in quads and be ready for those other teammates. 17 kills, he's got people flying in. Like I always say, not our problem. You still have to execute. Keep in mind, those people are flying in with good guns, well guns. They're flying in with Mac 10s. Those are good options that people can kill you with if they're good players. So you still have to execute when you see those. And of course, in solos, we take advantage of when those people are flying back in, basically seeing where exactly they're moving to on the mini map. We don't get that in duos, trios, and quads. 18 kills, 5 other teams. I hope you guys have found this helpful so far. You know, we're really seeing how he's using, and the main things are, he actually uses all 5 very well. By the way, he's about to get rocketed right here. He's about to get rocketed. Okay, now what does he do? He stims, he uses movement, he drops down, he's gonna push in, and he's just finessing right here. This is where I talk about just finessing. You just gotta keep moving, keep slide canceling efficiency. Being able to not miss slide cancels in those situations allows you to kind of get away from that enemy. All of a sudden, he's able to third party this guy right here as he gets that guy's shooting in the back. He's able to execute right there with the RPD. 2 other people, 19 kills. So we already know he's going to pick up these last 2. Let's talk about how, though. Now, when you see this end circle, you're in a little bit of a weird spot. You know there's one still in prison somewhere. He's going to go ahead and push up, try to get the advantage. Nice little jump spot right there that you can hit. And he doesn't know exactly where they are, right? He knows they're somewhere. He knows one of them is somewhere in prison around that area. He doesn't exactly know where the second one is just yet. $5,200. It's kind of tough because you can't really buy, and you can't buy a UAV here. A UAV would be tempting if you had 6, but you're also risking going out in the open, so probably not your best play. Probably not your best play.
I don't want to spend too much time looking over there.
Yeah, he doesn't want to spend too much time in the open is what he just said. You couldn't hear him, but, you know, he doesn't want to spend too much time. Notice he's moving. Why is he moving so much? He's just avoiding the sniper shot. If you're a sniper right here, how annoying is it to try to hit this guy if he's moving this way? Yeah, now he gets shot. So he immediately ducks down. He immediately re-challenges, and now he's going to quick plate. And look, he's just kind of baiting somebody to shoot. You know, that's where good players, when somebody shoots and doesn't execute, all you did is just give away your location and your positioning. Watch how he strafes here. He's going to play this really well. Watch him strafe while shooting. Yeah, I don't know how that guy got back up there so quick.
Get back up.
Yep, quick reload of the RPD. It's the downside. Watch the strafe. Look at the left and right. I mean, you just see it so clearly right here. That is not a lot, but that is increasing his aim assist, and it's making him a harder target to hit right here. Right, left, right. I mean, because keep in mind, think about how much that player is trying to adjust horizontally for BearPig, and at the end of the day, you just can't do it. By the way, he is no plates. He's got one play left, and he sees the enemy right on top. So he's got to be really careful. Now he's going to play a little bit patient. He sees the sniper glint. He also knows that this guy has to move right here. So this is where we're talking about positioning for endgame allows you to get free kills. So this guy's got to jump. He's able to execute right there. So I hope you found today's video helpful. Those 5 things, keep working on them. I hope you really see aim is super important. All 5 things are really super important to allowing you to have more success. As I always say, let's get better today, and I will see you tomorrow.